Alright guys, question number 1. So question number 1 says that we're going to continue our understanding of linear inequalities when it comes on to a system, okay? So whenever you're graphing a system, guys, you need to make sure that your equations are in the form y equal mx plus b, alright? Where m represents the slope, alright? And b represents the y-intercept. Okay, so when I look at both of these equations, both of them are in that form. Okay, so let's graph the first equation. So to graph the first equation, you always graph your y-intercept because that is where you're gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna graph our -7 first. So -7 would be approximately here. Okay, now you ask yourself, what does this slope mean to me? So we're going to be using our rise over run, okay? Rise tells you if you're either going up or down. Run tells you if you're going either left or right. Almost 99% of the time, you're going to the right, okay? So when you see a -2, that -2 has a denominator, and that denominator is a 1, okay? So because the -2 is at the top, that means you're going to go down 2 times, and then we're going to go to the right once, okay? So I'm going to start here, go down 1, 2, then to the right once, okay? Now I'm going to figure out the type of line I'm going to have. Because there's no line underneath, all right, it's going to be a dashed or a dotted line. So again, it's going to be a dashed or a dotted line, okay? So when I draw my line, I'm going to make sure that it is dashed or dotted, okay? So now I'm going to shade, okay? So this is saying that y is greater than my line. If I'm greater than my line, that means I'm above it, all right? So again, this is a greater than sign. So that means I'm going to be shading above. So I'm going to shade above, okay? Now we're going to graph our next line. So you graph your +8 first because that's your y-intercept. So +8 will be somewhere right here. Now I'm going to apply my slope. So I would ask myself, what is my slope? Well, my slope is what is in front of my x, and that's a 1, all right? So we're going to use that same rise over run, okay? Rise tells you if you're either going up or down. Run is telling you if you're going either left or right. And 99% of the time, you're going to the right, okay? So this 1 is the same as 1 over 1. Because both of them are positive, the 1 at the top means you're going up once, and then we're going to go to the right once, okay? So we're going to go up once to the right once, okay? Now I'm going to figure out the type of line I'm going to have. Because there is a solid line underneath, we're going to have a solid line, okay? So again, I'm going to draw my line, and I'm going to make sure that it's a solid line, okay? So solid line. All right. So now I'm going to identify where I'm going to shade. So this is saying that y is greater than my line. If I'm greater than my line, am I above it or below it? Above it. All right. So we're shading above again. Okay. So our solution is going to be a mixture of both colors. Where do you see a mixture of both colors? Down here? No. Over here? No. To the left? No. At the top? Yes. So that's going to be where my solution is going to be. So somewhere in this area right here. Okay? So let's identify a solution that would fall in there. So a solution that could fall in there is when x is -4 and when y is 6. So -4, 6 works. Another solution could be -3, +10. So -3, +10 works. And another solution could be -6, positive 7. So negative 6, positive 7 would be right here. So again, any of those would be solutions. All right, so good luck, guys.